Hello there, Purple Banditos. Welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we actually obtained the ice arrows, which are going to help us out a lot in today's adventure. So let's go ahead and continue going forward through the Great Bay Temple then. Also, thank you guys for your comments. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys give this video a like. It's much appreciated. You might be wondering why I'm wearing my hoodie, and it's actually because it's really cold in my room right now. It's actually freezing, so I just gonna go ahead and play this game. I guess as soon as we obtain the ice arrows, it also got a little bit colder up here in my room. Now that we have the ice arrows though, we can freeze enemies as well as freeze currents, which will help us out a lot, as you guys will see. You know, we just have Link over here doing all these fancy jumps and everything. I just keep seeing him do it because I feel like I haven't seen Link do these sorts of acrobatics in so long. They have them at the beginning of the game, and then they have some here in Great Bay. And then other than that, you don't see Link doing anything too crazy. I guess once in a while, they give him a little bit of room to be jumping around and doing all these crazy things. And it's kind of cool to actually get to see it here. But let's continue swimming around then. There's still a lot we need to do today. I'm hoping that we can get the boss key and make it to the boss today. We'll see how much we can actually cover, but it would be good if we could do that. Let's go ahead and continue on though. I love exploring this temple. As I mentioned to you guys, this is one of the temples that I probably know a little bit better than others. So let's actually make our way through it. I should be able to get us through this temple, hopefully without too much trouble. Also, I really have been enjoying talking to you guys about all of my childhood memories and everything that I've been, you know, gone through with this game. So it's nice to tell you guys about it, and I'm really glad that you have been enjoying it as well. I love sharing my stories and my little tales about all the goofy stuff that happened to me as a kid, and it's really great that you guys listen to that. With that, we went ahead and got the dungeon map though, so now we have the dungeon map and the compass, which means we're gonna be looking really good to continue on though. There's gonna be another fairy. You know what? We already have a bunch of fairies too, and so we can actually just proceed on. And you know what? We could probably collect the rest as we go. Let's keep on jumping through here, though. I want to make sure I do everything well. I don't want to mess things up too much. So hopefully, just hopefully, I'll be getting through this all right. I remember pretty much the basic aspects of this game. I know that once you get the ice arrows, you're pretty much flying through this dungeon. Literally, having the ice arrows in this game just pretty much unlocks everything for you. And then you can take full control of the temple, which is actually not that bad. Let me go ahead and kill that guy, though. So a lot of these switches that we actually have to bring down permanently, we're gonna have to do this just once, and then we'll be good to go after. But this is really gonna alter the currents. We're gonna see a pretty big change in currents, if I say so myself. I remember the first time I actually played through this as a kid. It was one of the most confusing and I think difficult dungeons I've ever had to go up against. If you guys have gone through the water temple in Ocarina of Time, people hype it up. They're always like, water temples, they're really hard, they're really difficult. But then you get to the temples here in Majora's Mask and Termina, and they are wonders, you know, ahead of anything in Ocarina of Time. These temples are so much harder that when I first got here as a kid, I was really lost. I gotta tell you that. I didn't know what the heck I'm doing. I imagine that, you know, adults now probably have a hard time with these dungeons, especially if they don't know all the mechanics behind the ice arrows, like, you know, being able to shoot in water so you can, like, jump across and make platforms, or freezing enemies. That imagine trying to figure out those things as a kid. It was pretty difficult. It took me quite a bit of time to figure these things out. And we're actually doing really good. Let's whip out the fire arrows, though. So we're gonna have to be doing a lot of switching between the arrows, but I think once we really get going, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. I was super excited about getting to this temple, and as you guys can see, we're going to be taking on an enemy which we have faced before. This is one of the frogs, so keep in mind where this frog is at, because we're actually gonna have to deal with him at a bit of a later time. So now we can actually equip our ice arrows, and we can just like pop this guy down. You know what, I mean, you can pretty much shoot him down with whatever kind of arrows you want. But, I'm pretty sure it is just the ice arrows. That's what I go ahead and do it with. And then once he comes down, I just keep on shooting him, which is really easy. The ice arrows do a bunch of damage to this frog guy too, so it should be easy for us to take it down. Also, this is one of the frogs that you need in order to complete the whole little song side quest that you guys might have seen. We saw a frog back, you know, where the Dekus lived. We saw a frog You know, we've seen frogs pretty much everywhere, I gotta say. We've seen them spread all over this place. We've seen one in the mountain village. We've seen one here. And all these frogs are gonna culminate to something. So we will be taking care of that, hopefully very soon. And this guy is gonna go down. I'm thinking next hit. He should go down next hit. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's go ahead and see if we can take this guy down then. How about one more shot? Are you guys feeling that? I think he's gonna go down here. I don't know. I'm hoping so. Let's see. I missed. Are you kidding me? Come on, come on. There we go. So pretty simple. Third time, or like the 6th time's the charm, I guess you could say. And he turns back into just a normal frog. It makes you wonder, like, what the heck was this little guy doing beforehand that he got turned into this? But we can actually talk to him now. And he's like, Don Gero, it's been so long. What brought you this way? So we can actually talk to this frog, and this is one of the harder frogs to get, but you can actually send him to the mountain by just talking to him. And you actually have to do this, you know, in a 1-day cycle. You have to get all the frogs in the 1-day cycle, which is not that bad if you think about it, considering they're all pretty easy to find except this one. So with that, we're looking quite good though. Let me go ahead and make sure we got everything stocked up. And let's head through this door then. We are actually making some fantastic progress. As I told you guys, we're going to be going after the boss key today. And it actually makes me really happy that we have already found it. So with that, guys, we went ahead and obtained the boss key. Can you believe it? We've already obtained the item and the boss key. Now comes the hardest part, which is actually going to be making it to the boss's lair. That definitely has to be the hardest part. And I mean, the fairy hunting is actually pretty difficult too. So finding the item and then just finding the boss key, very, very simple. Here is where the dungeon is going to get a lot trickier. So let's continue going on. It's actually starting to warm up a little bit in my room, so that's definitely nice to see. This is what I like to do whenever it gets too cold. I'll just like throw on a hoodie and just like snuggle up in my bed in the blankets and just like relax. I think that's what you have to do on cold days. Okay, so now we can actually freeze these little currents, as I was telling you guys. And that was really simple. I guess you're supposed to like freeze the water that's coming down, but we can just shoot it straight at it, and it works just the same. So let's continue going then. Let me see. Oh, I know where we are. I know exactly where we are. This is going to be an enjoyable time, and by enjoyable time, I mean a little bit difficult. Just make sure you guys always have your mana meter filled up, because we are going to have a lot to do today, guys. Look at this thing. It looks like somebody's like stuck inside of the crystal. That is so freaky, actually, if you really look at it in that way. But I think I should be able to make these jumps. All right, Link, just focus up, my man. There we go, there we go, there we go. I'm actually doing really, really good right now, too. Okay, let's continue on then. We got this, guys. I'm feeling quite good. I need the hook shot out, though. We need a hook shot up before this ice melts. We don't want the ice to melt anytime soon. So let's go ahead and actually hook shot up. What the fudge? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna have to do it again. That freaking spider. I knew that was gonna happen too. I was doing way too good there for a second. You know, once in a while you start doing really, really good and you start performing like really well. And I was doing that there for a second. I was like looking a little too pro. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to do this again. All right, let's go ahead and shoot around. Oh, come on, come on. Give me my platform. I think this might be pretty. Come on, seriously? All right, let's make this jump across then. And there we go. Now I should be able to hook shot up. This is a little bit of a more difficult room than you would expect, honestly. As I was saying, these rooms get pretty freaking difficult. But let's go ahead and open up this chest then. And I wonder what it's going to be, guys. A fairy. I know. All of this for a freaking fairy. That's literally why we're doing this right now. And I mean, I guess you could say to get the water current a little bit lower as we press the switch. So let's just go ahead and make our way over there too. These fairies are just like stuck in the trickiest of spots. I don't remember how the heck I figured them out when I first went through them. I think it was just the fact that I had the compass and I was just exploring around and just figuring out that there were, you know, a bunch of different platforms in different rooms and just seeing what I could do with the ice arrows. With that though, we're going to go ahead and push down another one of the currents. So this is all actually must-do type of stuff. We have to keep changing up the currents. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get out of here then. I'm feeling pretty good with this area, and we can actually continue exploring elsewhere. Oh, mother fudger. All right, well, let's go ahead and put on the Zora mask and continue exploring around. So now we actually did a lot. What we just did is actually very, very big. As you guys can see, the current is actually much stronger now, and it's changed quite a bit. So we're actually going to follow the red pipes now. And I believe I'm doing this right. I hope I am. It's been a while since I've made my way through this dungeon, so I'm trying my best to remember it as good as I can. Once in a while, I'm going to make a mistake. I'm telling you guys that for sure. But you know what? I think I'm going off of memory, doing quite good as of now. Doing quite good. Okay, let's keep on going then. Also, if I sound a little bit weird, I don't know what's been going on. I think I might have like a sinus infection or something, because I keep waking up every morning and my sinuses just like really hurt. So I don't know what it is. But with that, guys, we've actually landed. So I might have to get a little, I've got some medicine for it, some like nasal decongestants, but I don't know, you know, my body's weird. My voice is weird. My nose sounds weird. You know, my nasal decongestant of a voice gets all weird that I don't even know what to say. Once in a while, it just, you know, it changes you. All right, so you see the water current going up and down. Now, this is actually a really good sign for us because it means that we'll be able to take down the next switch if it brings us up. Come on, take me up. There we go. There we go. I'm looking really good. And this is going to change the current in reverse. So get ready. This is going to be a big deal. As long as Link pushes it all the way through. A little bit slower than usual. And now, the currents have actually stopped. So this is just the one that stops it. I thought it was the one that reverses it. No, this is just the one that stops the current. So as I said, we're going to be controlling the currents quite a bit. Now, when we come up here and pull this switch, it'll actually lower the yellow one. So it'll be the red one pumping, and then everything's in reverse. So get ready. This temple's about to flip on its head, and we're about to get access to a bunch of different rooms that we wouldn't have been able to before. So this is going to be quite a bit of fun, guys. This is going to be quite a bit of fun. All right, let's go ahead and actually jump back down then. I know, it's a lot going through this dungeon. This dungeon is probably the trickiest, I would say. Not the most difficult, but definitely, no, probably the most difficult. I usually don't have too tough of a time with the fourth one. It's usually this one that I know the best, too, that just takes a little more time than the others. Okay, we made it to the night of the first day. So I think we're still, you know, at a good pace. We're still good to go right now. We just got to make sure we keep it up. These dungeons should never take you more than 3 days, too. If it really takes you 3 days, I mean, you probably don't have the time slowed, or it's like your first time playing the game. I feel like if you've played the game before, it shouldn't take you, you know, the whole 3 days. You shouldn't ever have to be struggling. I'm so dumb. I jumped, like, right onto that platform, too. Link's head must hurt quite a bit. This guy's always, like, rolling around on his head, just, like, bashing into things. All right, there we go. There we go. This is what I like to see. Now we got the current headed in the right direction, guys. And this is the room I want to be at. So, finally, this is where we're headed. This is the spot. The room with the mines. That's what I like to see. Okay, let me go ahead and just... Yeah, let me go ahead and get out of here. I think it'll be good. I do remember where it is we need to go. This is actually a pretty crazy room, too. Another one where the current switches are gonna mean a lot, because when we switch it, it's gonna open up platforms for us. We're gonna have to melt it. There's a lot to do here. Let me go ahead and actually... Yeah, I think I can make this jump. I feel good. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm feeling really good. I love when you make the big jumps in this game. I think that's one of the most fun things to do. Whenever you take like a big leap of faith and you're just like, yep, I'm feeling good. I think this is going to work out. This is going to work out real good. We should be able to grapple onto this. There we go. All right. This is about as easy as it's going to get. With that, we're going to go ahead and get another one of our fairies. So we're looking really good on the fairy department so far. These have been pretty easy to find, and we almost have all of them, too, which is another pro for us. But we actually need to climb back up. As I was saying, a lot of the fire arrows and ice arrow thing, we're going to have to be doing a lot of that switching up thing. So you're always going to have your magic meters filled up. Let's go ahead and equip the fire arrows then. This is like pretty much the way that we're going to control the current throughout this temple, which is actually really, really cool. This has to be one of the most underused mechanics in Zelda. You know, the ice arrow and the fire arrows. The amount of puzzles that you could actually create with these, oh, they're insane. You could probably create infinite amounts of puzzles with having to do this type of thing. I wish they would have actually utilized this a little bit more in other Zelda games. I think that's one of the downfall to fire arrows and ice arrows. There's just not that much use to them. in Ocarina of Time, just because of the similarities. That's why I keep referencing it. Ice arrows are almost, you know, useless. There's not a huge use to them. I think they're fun, but even the way you get them is kind of useless. Going through the whole Gerudo thing, you don't really need the ice arrows, but it's just one of those things that you do in order to complete the game. So I really wish that they would have gone ahead and made a little more of it in other games too. Let's keep looking around here though. As I said, it's gonna be a lot of controlling these levers. I hope you guys are good with this whole lever thing and you know, controlling the different types of water currents, because if you're not, you're probably gonna have a bit of a difficult time here. Let me go ahead and actually knock this guy down though. There we go. There we go. The platforms are starting to move. This definitely seems like I'm doing something right. Alright, with that mother fudger, let me go ahead and actually switch out to the fire arrows. And there we go. That's going to lift us up. And now we're going to continue a little bit further on. Oh my goodness. Now this guy's climbing up. Everybody's trying to get a piece of us, guys. Everybody wants a piece of us here in this dungeon. Now, what exactly was it I had to shoot down here? Let me see. Let me look up. Okay, so it's another fire one. Mother fudge, I need to stop wasting my mana on the ice arrows. There we go. So this one's gonna take us a little bit higher, and I think we're just about where we want to be, actually, guys. We should be able to make this jump without trouble, and there we go. Let's go ahead and open up the current, though. This is just gonna get the current flowing a little bit more throughout this place, just so we can get to a little more different areas. But this is actually going really well in our favor right now. I think we're gonna get to where I want us to be today, and I gotta tell you, I'm excited for that. So far, so good, the progress in Great Bay. We've been doing a lot of side quests, so when we actually get down to it, I'm really glad that this is going well. Let me go ahead and, yeah, what am I even doing? Let me go ahead and hook shot over there. Once in a while, I just end up a little confused, because it is a lot to do at once, guys, to go ahead and play through this game and try to focus on it. Let me go ahead and actually head back up then. So we got a lot of fairies here in this room, which is really, really good. We're very close to where we want to be. So there's one more exit out there, as you guys can see, but we needed to get that fairy. So pretty much all we're doing here is for the fairy. That was literally all for the fairies in this room. If not, you could, you know, try your best to get through here and do your thing. Well, at least we opened up the green room too. We opened up the little green door. So hopefully that'll help us out a little more as we get going. Now, let me see where exactly it is we need to go. We need to jump back down into the water and find one of the last rooms that we're going to finish up for today. We've actually done a lot of rooms, which is really, really good. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy about the way it's going. Let me go ahead and see. I believe it's this room. It should be the green room, since we did just finish up the green current. Yep, this definitely looks like it. I think this is going to be it. Yep, this should be the room. There it is. There's the fairy we've been looking for. So, pretty simple. We're almost done with all the fairies, guys. And we are going to be very close to making it to the boss, which we should be doing next time. Are you serious? How did I miss that? I am so bad with Mikhail's gauntlets. Oh my goodness. This is like the one thing I can't aim. I can't aim this projectile. Alright, come on. Let me go ahead and actually... I think nope. I can't aim. 5th time's the charm, boys. 5th time's the charm. I'm pretty sure I missed it that time too. 6 times the charm. I literally am just terrible at hitting this fairy. What the heck, man? Let me go ahead and really try to focus down. Are you serious? Okay. This is how you get this fairy, by the way. I'm just having some really bad luck with the boomerangs right now. But this is how you're supposed to get this fairy. What the heck is going on here? Alright, come on. What the heck? Come back to me. Come back to me, please. Oh, are you serious? Okay. Alright, let's crackle down. Okay, this is such a pain. This has to be the most annoying thing to do. There we go, finally. Okay, so now we can actually just go ahead and get that fairy from a little bit higher up. So it wasn't too bad. It just takes forever to knock these things out. But with that, guys, we're looking really, really good for today. And I'm actually very excited to continue on from here, because we are going to be... Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and finish up these last couple fairies, though. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and finish these up before we continue a little further. There we go. Let me equip the Great Fairy Mask then, and they should be coming to us. There we go. We have at least one coming to us. Hopefully the second one will too, as we get a little bit closer to it. Dang, I can't believe we actually managed to do it. There we go. We got all 15 stray fairies, and now we will be opening up the access to the final room, the final chamber, the chamber we've been waiting for, guys. So I'm really excited for it. Make sure you guys give this video a like. Next time, we'll continue from this point and take on the boss. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye, guys. Get excited.